You gotta love the way that T-Mobile does announcements, and check out the show notes, or maybe I'll flash up some of these quotes. That they're pretty hilarious. But essentially, T-Mobile introduced a program called Internet Freedom, and this is all about the company's fixed wireless access. Right? Some people have cable, some people have satellite, some people have fiber, some people have DSL. This is all about leveraging T-Mobile, which I consider currently the best 5G network out there in terms of breadth. So, first of all, they removed all the exceptions. Right. First off, you don't need to cancel your current provider to use this. Right. They'll ship you a little box. I actually did a review on this on Forbes if you want to check that out. But the way they describe it is cheat on your internet provider with Test Drive, right? 15 days, worry free. If you like it, return it and owe nothing, right? You can go back to your old one. The other thing is cancellation fees, right? They will pay early termination fees up to $500. Let's say if you want to switch from AT&T to T-Mobile. And I love the way they characterize this. It was break up with your provider, and T-Mobile will cover the cost. And the other thing is they hit this thing which happens in the internet industry, which you get prices raised on you, right? And essentially they call this rest easy with price lock at $50 a month for as long as they're a customer. So they're literally guaranteeing they're not going to raise your rates. So they also did a couple business things, but this is not anything close to what they're cooking over at T-Mobile. So it's barely worth talking about it, but it's $55 per month. $50 per month or $70 per month, which compared to something like a Comcast is just pretty much blows it out of the water. So big stuff from the Un-carrier. I have to flash this, Daniel. I just can't help myself. Look at this. Look at this quote from the CEO. The Un-carrier was created to fix a stupid, broken wireless industry, and while we aren't done, we're undoubtedly change it for good, taking on big internet and bring the Un-carrier movement. I love this. It's ridiculous, and it looks a lot like the wireless industry a decade ago. Today, that all starts changed because the Un-carrier is here to disrupt broadband for good. Okay. What are we here for business, right? What is she talking about? She's talking about, by the way, I was supposed to meet with her yesterday. She says it's positively medieval. You have to battle with the local lord in each fiefdom just for internet access in your stores or remote offices. I don't know, man. It's Friday. That cracked me up. I love to see stuff like that in corporate America.
Yeah, I mean, look, Pat, this is a quick and punchy, typical T-Mobile identity, right? We're going to smack you in the face. They started off by paying people to switch. They, basically won the 5G race because of the, getting that coverage on a national basis quickly. Now they're able to take that and deliver it as broadband in the home. And anybody that's still paying, and I'm one of them, for high-speed internet from your local cable company knows the ridiculous hostage holding techniques that they use with the bundles, phone. You don't have the phone, you still pay. If you don't use the cable, you still pay. And by the way, the service just isn't that good. So it's disruptive. We've said this fixed wireless access would change the world. We knew it would. These cable companies, if they're not careful, companies like T-Mobile are going to eat their lunch.
Yeah.
In fact, they might already be cord cutting, over the top, streaming services, cord cutting like this. Pretty soon, I'm going to have no need for cable. So Spectrum, Charter, Comcast, you better listen up here.
Well, tell you what, you get me 1 gig and I'm in. That's why I'm still with AT&T Fiber, and AT&T Fiber is about to upgrade me to 2 gigs.
Yeah, I mean, there is, higher speed, higher connectivity for people like us that we need it. We can sort of warrant and justify it, but that's not everybody. And that's not, most homes don't need that. Most people don't do podcasting and broadcasting and high, all day long. But what I do love is that this is just kind of becoming the T-Mobile DNA. The T-Mobile DNA is rip it. And it means rip the market, rip the competition, and then replace it, which means rip it and then give a better alternative to people. They've got some work to do. I still want to see better millimeter wave coverage here in Austin. So if you're listening, let's get on that, please. I need more than 2 blocks of great millimeter wave coverage. But I do love the disruptive marketing. Man, they're good at that. Even
listen, I'd even like to see higher performance midband because
no, that's what I said. Fine, you don't want to give me millimeter wave. Just when I'm not on millimeter wave, make sure it's better than my LTE.
Well, Anshul Sag in San Diego is ripping 700 megabits on his T-Mobile, and I get maybe 100.